Okay. One second. Okay, boss. ODP. Yeah. See, if you see this new system, you see a lot of system connections with ODP enabled. ODP myself, ODP SAP, ODP SAP information views, ODP SLT queues, all this. So we'll have to look at these ODP system connections. How do they work in? The point here is lean data flow. When we use, means if you're using ODP source system, it means you're leveraging ODP data sources. which will basically leverage lean data flow. So when you say lean data flow, generally when you run info package, data comes to PSA and from there to the target through DTP. If you use ODP data source, no need of info package. Straight away you can schedule DTP, which will extract from source to target. No more staging in PSA. That is what they refer it as lean data flow. Yeah. And when you have ODP data source, see, when you say if you're using ODP connection, it means you can leverage ODP data sources. So data sources which are enabled for ODP. So what does it mean? You can have multiple subscribers. So when I say multiple subscribers, let's say I have an EC system. I have a data source which has been enabled, which is I've got a data source. I would like to leverage this data source for BW, and I would like to leverage the same data source even as a source in BODS also. And I would like to have a delta mechanism enabled for BODS flow and separate delta mechanism for BW also. So that is what when I say multiple same data source can be subscribed by multiple multiple target systems. And BODS వాడుకోవచ్చు అదే డేటా సోర్స్ ని BW వాడుకోవచ్చు దానికి సపరేట్ డేటా దీనికి సపరేట్ డేటా. That is what the benefit of ODP, these two, lean data flow and multiple subscribers. Okay. And let's say I have this ODP ECC connection. This is very simple, just like creating an RFC connection. There's nothing much in it. You just see parameters. Operational data provisioning. Data provisioning. ODP stands for operational data provisioning. Okay. 7.4. Myself witness. So let's create new ODP connection to the ECC system. It's just about creating RFC connection. I'm just connecting to the ECC system 70. Slowly. No problem, but why am I correcting to this? Let me create a connection. Okay, this is my ODP solution connection. Now with this, you can extract any data from any of the ODP enabled data sources. That's from ECC, so I'm just logging into ECC. See, you'll have a table called RUS ATTR. This is a table which will let you know the list of the data sources which are enabled for ODP. Even the standard business content data sources like 2LS, 11 VHD, all those are being delivered as ODP content now. And see, there is a question. It says, what is the system configuration required for ODP? So, నాకు support pack ఏంది ఏ డేటా సోర్స్ లో నాకు అంత చార్ట్ లేదు కానీ బట్ as and when you basically import new support patch here, it keeps improving మన ఇక్కడ ఈ ABAP ఉంటుందా ABAP ది ABA, I think this is only ABAP. ఈ support patch level బట్టి the number of data source what is being delivered here will increase. Okay, is slowly is giving out lot of data sources. If you see, even these all are given here. See, దీంట్లో ఈ రెండు ఇచ్చినాడు అన్నట్టు మనవులే. But see, these standard data sources, but only the data source which has been maintained in this table are the ones which are enabled for ODP. Standard నువ్వు ODP ఎనేబుల్ చేయలే, వాడే నువ్వు కొత్త డేటా సోర్స్ ఇస్తుంటే మళ్ళీ యూ షుడ్ అప్గ్రేడ్ యువర్ ప్యాచ్ సో దట్ విల్ గెట్ న్యూ సెట్ ఆఫ్ డేటా సోర్స్. అంతే ఒకటి ఉంటుంది, వాళ్ళ ప్యాచ్ లెవెల్ ఏ డేటా సోర్స్ ఇచ్చినామన్నది ఉంటుంది. నీకు కావాలి కొత్త ప్యాచ్ చేసుకోవాల్సింది, నువ్వేం స్టాండర్డ్ ఏం చేయలేవు. Similar way, what are the new custom data sources you create, you can enable it for ODP and then leverage it. Yeah. Say yes, ODP. This normal generic extractor is built. But if I go to this table, will you find your data sources? You just have your generic extractor, but not it been enabled for ODP. So to enable it for ODP, go to SC38. RODPS_voice_expose is a program to expose your data source as ODP enabled. Or ODPS_voice_expose. Run this, give your data source name and say release. That's it, it is being released. And you can also test this okay, if it is released, I should start seeing this into this table, which indicates that it is enabled for ODP. Now for normal extractor, you go with RSC3 and you check that, right? Same way for ODP content, you check this RODPS_REPL_test, which can tell you what data is being extracted. Just give your ODP name. మామూలు RSC3 లాగా అవుట్పుట్ వస్తుంది. It means it is working fine. Then I just have to log into BW. Then it's all same. Yeah. RODPS underscore REPL underscore test RSC3. This is like RSC3 for ODP enabled data sources. Okay. Then I'm just replicate your data source. Replicate good host straight away. You have the data source enabled, right? Straight I can create my own data source. Not connected. Okay. Right click, say what? Create data source. Now it will ask me what is the ODP provider. Now data source is the one which is enabled as ODP provider. Now just choose your data source. SAP 3, then HD. Actually, data source is set as ODP object, ODP provider, and based on that, I would create my own yes, replication also actually. Straight away, we can go in this. But I want my data source as ZDS underscore SODP underscore 00. See, this is the ODP provider. Based on this, my data source has been leveraged. So this data source is created by using this ODP object, operational data provider. Okay. That's it. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I'm just creating some DS. I have data source enabled for those four, and then I have this written for this. Right click, create transformations and data source. One is ODP source. And I don't need info package, straight away I can trigger my DTP. This is my ECC, right? Normally, what is the delta Q? When it is enabled for delta, then you see delta Q entries in RSS7. But here it is ODQ1. So the delta Q maintenance for ODP source systems will be ODQ1 bus. Still, you don't see anything of your yes, Monday, yes, together. You don't see anything because you're not yet run in it. Let me run this. The first delta of DTP itself is considered to be init here. You see the 40 records have come in, and you will see there's one SODP which tells you there's one request with this DTP. Just get in. I can also get in double click. It's a 40 records. The point to be noticed here is the another benefit of using ODP is compression rate. Say actual size of this data set was 3520 bytes. It was compressed to 555 bytes. Will it speed up the load? No. That is another benefit when you use ODP data sources. And if I go to my Z sales, well, the data what is been sent to BW that will be compressed and sent. That's it. And compressed into mana compression, that's it does use some mechanism. So I have some new records posted. I'm just triggering next DTP again. It has to fetch those delta records. See, what SAP says is if you already have the data sources which is being loaded normally, you don't have to touch that. Don't disturb that. And for the new development, start using this. That's what SAP says. Yeah. Okay. See, there's no point in converting existing flow to ODP. The new developments do with ODP. That's what he says. So next delta itself is considered as normal delta load itself. Yeah. Reading data packet. Hmm? Hmm? It is set numeric pointer, right? Extraction on the bottom. General error in ODP delta Q area. That's okay, boss. Hmm? Request కూడా ఏం లేవు. డెల్టా లేవు, ఈ 50 రికార్డ్స్ వరకు ఉన్నాయి. ఓహోహో, ఏదో టేబుల్ తేడా. వై దర్ ఇస్ ఓన్లీ 40 అర్థం కోసం. Count is 40, correct. The record number, correct. 50 or so last try is some. Can't do this. Just submitting something, but when you do next delta, just keep on bringing those 2 records or delta records, and ఇక్కడ ODP లో ODQ mon లో ఇక్కడ ఇంకో రిక్వెస్ట్ కనిపిస్తుంది. You just get in, you will see number of requests 1 కదా, you will see 2, and the second request number 2, you will see it is what 2 records అని కనిపిస్తుంది. For every delta record, it will be formulating this. ఇంకో పాయింట్ ఏమంటే in normal delta you delete explicitly. చూడండి, మేము ముందు బ్యాచ్ చేస్తాం రెండు రిక్వెస్ట్లు, ఇది 1, ఇది డెల్టా, అండ్ వాట్ ఇస్ బ్రాట్ 2 రికార్డ్స్. అదే ఇష్యూ ఉంది, బట్ దిస్ అవుట్ డెల్టా రికార్డ్స్ కీప్స్ కమింగ్ ఇన్. కానీ ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఇట్ డస్ హోల్డ్ ది లాగ్ ఆఫ్ ఎవ్రీ డెల్టా రిక్వెస్ట్. డెల్టా క్యూలో ఏమైంది, ఓన్లీ కరెంట్ డెల్టా అండ్ ప్రీవియస్ డెల్టా వరకు పెట్టుకుంటుంటుంది కదా. But here it keeps maintaining every log, and you have to explicitly delete those data in the ODQ mon. Back go to what is reorg delta queues anuntundi. Ikkada you should schedule delete only which are older than so and so days, and మనం schedule చేయాలి explicitly. explicitly you should schedule a job to reorganize your ODQ mod by deleting the request. నువ్వు చేయకపోతే కానీ నార్మల్ డెల్టా క్యూలో ప్రెసెంట్ డెల్టా ప్రీవియస్ డెల్టా రెండే ఉంటాయి, ఇక్కడ మాత్రం అన్నీ ఉంటాయి అన్నట్టు. యూ షుడ్ కీప్ క్లీనింగ్ ఇట్ అప్ నీ కండిషన్ బట్టి. అండ్ దట్ ఈస్ హౌ ఇట్ విల్ బి విత్, అదే ఇప్పుడేదో ఇష్యూ ఉంది బట్ so BW and ECC is all same like this. It's like normal data source enabled as ODP, and use that ODP object and create your data source. Now we discussed on this SAP HANA information views. What is this? Say you're extracting data from some source. So I've got BW, and then underlying I've got HANA. It's the same, I've got ECC. Underlying I've got HANA. I've got ECC HANA, BW HANA. In the back end of ECC, I've got HANA models, like say article view, whatever. Sorry, article view and calculation views. And I would like to consume these views in BW as a data sources. So here I can use ODP HANA information views. So this in connection where, see, this ODP connection will be at ABAP layer based on RFC only. The ODP HANA information view connection will be based on what? Normal RFC connection. But with this, you will be using HANA model as ODP object, and you create data source on top of by using that. Okay, I can do this way, or can I showed you on using this one. And then myself, when I say myself, I've got BW with HANA, and I would like to consume HANA models in the back end of BW to the BW. So what I'll do, I'll connect BW to BW with the help of normal RFC. Then you can consume HANA models of the BW as ODP objects. See, here I can show you about. But here I don't have ECC with HANA, so I'm trying to simulate this concept within myself, BW. So I've got BW HANA, and can understand the same BW HANA is acting as the source. So your ODP connection will be based on RFCs, but you consume HANA view as the ODP object. I think we did this other day. You see, if I see, if I create HANA model. If you want to consume HANA models from ECC, my RFC will be redirected to ECC ABAP. See, the connection is at the ABAP level, but you're consuming HANA models at the point. If I want to consume HANA models of ECC, my RFC connection will be directed to ECC bus. If you want to connect it to BW, then same BW details connecting bus. అంటే ఏ HANA model, you want to consume some HANA model of some SAP application. Which SAP application is it? You got to given. See, the connection is based on, see, connection is based on RFC, but using that connection, you will consume HANA view as ODP provider. In the data source enabled as ODP is leveraged as ODP provider, but here it will be HANA information base. If you go to data source, and if you create data source, ఇప్పుడు ఏంది ODP provider అయినట్టుంది. ఇప్పుడు ODP provider ఏంది డేటా సోర్స్ కాదు. ఇంతకుముందు ఓడిపి ప్రోడ్రెస్ ఓడిపి డేటా సోర్స్ ఎనేబుల్డ్ as ఓడిపి, బట్ హియర్ HANA ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ వ్యూస్, ఏ ప్యాకేజీలు కావాలంటే ఏ వ్యూ, ఏ కావాలంటే మల్టికల్ వ్యూ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ వాడు. సేమ్ ఇదే నువ్వు ఈసీసీ విత్ HANA ఉంది అనుకో, ఇఫ్ యూ కనెక్ట్, ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఆర్ఎఫ్సి రీడైరెక్టెడ్ టు ఈసీసీ, కెన్ ఐ కన్జ్యూమ్ ఆల్ ది HANA మోడల్స్ ఆఫ్ ఈసీసీ HANA ఇన్ బిడబ్ల్యూ? ఓకేనా? ఒకసారి వన్స్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఇట్. కానీ ఇలాంటి కేసులో ఎక్కువ లోడింగ్ ఉంటుంది, ఎందుకంటే మై వ్యూ ఈజ్ ఆల్రెడీ వర్చువల్, డజంట్ మేక్ సెన్స్ టు క్రియేట్ అ డేటా సోర్స్ ఆన్ దట్ HANA వ్యూ అండ్ దెన్ లోడ్. ఇలాంటి కైండ్ ఆఫ్ డేటా సోర్స్ వీల్ కనెక్ట్ ఇట్ టు ఓపెన్ ఓడిఎస్ వ్యూ అండ్ కన్జ్యూమ్ దోస్ వ్యూస్ వర్చువల్లీ ఇన్ బిడబ్ల్యూ లేయర్. I showed you that. You will create ODP HANA information view బట్టి. So my data source is new data source, but this is based on what? The HANA information model, and you get those fields. Virtual object doesn't make sense at all to load, okay? And I'm just trying to where is this data coming from? From the view. Now, if you want to consume, if data source be direct reporting, I'll connect this data source to what? Open ODS view, yeah, and then do reporting as the highlight scenario, at the best scenario. For going with ODP concept, is the main. If you ask me for ECC with BW, normal loading, say there are already data source being leveraged. I'll not disturb that part of it. And this is where mainly ODP comes in when you want to use HANA models as virtual objects into your BW system. This is the main word. Okay. This is the most frequently used concept. Okay, boss. Then I have ODP SLT bus. This is the source system which will enable you to integrate SLT into BW. SLT to what? Through SLT, I can push real-time data into HANA. What రెండు scenarios మాట్లాడతారన్న? You got BW and with HANA database. Through SLT, you can push data in real time into HANA tables, and on top of those HANA, can you consume these HANA tables in the BW layer? Yes, sir. You build some views, and then through ODP or whatever it is, you can consume those HANA database objects into BW. That is one way of leveraging SLT with BW. One more way is by using SLT, I can push data directly to BW objects also. That is the concept. Because when we're importing table from ECC using SLT, how there is a convert from row store to S. See, by default, it is column store it creates. If you still want it as row store, you can still be creating it as row store. In LTR, in IUC underscore RAP underscore content, if it is old version, if it is new version of SLT, LTRS is a T code. There you can control that. Can we consume HANA live views in ECC? Yes, it is the top option. Because when you have ECC on HANA and let's say BW on HANA, and in ECC HANA, let's say there is something called HANA live. HANA live and ready-made views, ready-made calculation views delivered by SAP, which is built on standard tables. But VBA tables, our tables with ready-made views ఇచ్చినాడు. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఈసీసీ హనాలో HANA లైవ్ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ అంటే ఇంపోర్ట్ చేసుకోవడం. ఐ ఇంపోర్ట్ డెలివరీ యూనిట్, సో ఆల్ దోస్ వ్యూస్ కమ్ అప్. ఈ వ్యూస్ ఏ దాని మీద ప్లే అవుతుంది? ఆ స్టాండర్డ్ టేబుల్స్ మీద ప్లే అవుతుంది. ఆ వ్యూస్ రిపోర్టింగ్ వాడుకోవచ్చు కదా. డైరెక్ట్ గా ఈసీసీ మీద టచ్ చేయకుండా వాడన్ని రిపోర్టింగ్ అంతా BW నుంచి కావాలన్నప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తామంటే, in BW, I'll connect ECC and BW with the help of ODP HANA information views, create data ODP data source based on each of these view and consume it to open ODS and then do reporting. That's the best case. నీకు HANA live ఉంది అక్కడ. HANA live ని నేను BW రిపోర్టింగ్ వాడుకోవాలనుకో, HANA live అంటే ఇట్స్ రెడీమేడ్ వ్యూస్, క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ వ్యూస్. ఓకే, ఆ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ వ్యూ వాడుకుని ఓడిపి డేటా సోర్స్ క్రియేట్, ఓడిపి HANA ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ వ్యూ సోర్స్ సిస్టమ్ తో డేటా సోర్స్ క్రియేట్ చేసి ఐ కనెక్ట్ ఇట్ టు ఓపెన్ ODS అండ్ దెన్ కన్జ్యూమ్ ఇట్ ఫర్ రిపోర్టింగ్. దట్స్ బెస్ట్ కేస్ అన్నట్టు. అర్థమైందండి? ఎందుకంటే అది కూడా HANA సిస్టమే కదా, సో పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఇస్ ఆల్ ఫైన్, సో ఐ కెన్ హ్యాండిల్ ఇట్ వర్చువల్లీ ఫ్రమ్ దేర్. ఓకే, నౌ వీ కెన్ ఆల్సో ఇంటిగ్రేట్. ఈ క్వశ్చన్ ఏమంటే We can also integrate SLT directly to BWS with the latest DIMS అన్నట్టు. ఈ SLT సాఫ్ట్వేర్ అంతా DIMS అని వస్తుంది. DIMS 2011 SP6 నుంచి you can allow SLT getting connected to BW for pushing real-time data straight away to DSOs అట్లా దానిలోకి పుష్ చేయాలంటే. ముందు ఏమైతుంది, SLT was pushing real-time data to HANA tables, then these tables are consumed into BW. రాగుంది. ఇప్పుడు now straight away SLT can push real-time data to BW itself. నాకు లేటెస్ట్ చేసినాడు చూద్దాం. Okay, now I'm going to use this now. So I would like now what SLT. I would like to use the SLT server and push real-time data into BW, into straight away into BW. So, and this is my ECC system again. And this is BW and this is my ECC system. So what from ECC I would like to push data in real time to BW leveraging SLT. And like SLT కూడా వాడు BW system మీద ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసినాడు. Actually SLT could be separate server, or I can install it onto any ABAP system which has got ABAP 7.2 minimum and then kernel. Okay, now BW 7.4 ఉంది. So he has installed SLT also in BW itself. కంపల్సరీ ఏం కాదు, సపరేట్గా ఉండిండొచ్చు అన్నట్టు. సో నౌ వెన్ ఐ గో టు ఎల్టీఆర్, సో ఎల్టీఆర్ ఇస్ a T code for configuration, right? I've got SLT within BWS. I'm just logging in, and I would like to create a new configuration. So, do I need to have when I go about creating configuration? Do we need to have RFC if it is SAP and then DB connection if it is database? Now, what I'm trying to do is BW is my SLT server. SLT server ade BW server ade kabatti. In my SLT, I'm creating this as SLT server. In my SLT server, I need to have an RFC connection to the source. SLT server lo source ka RFC undali kadanna. So I'm just trying to create an RFC first to what, to my ECC. I'll say RFC. RFC to ECC. RFC ECC to SLT. Sorry. SLT to ECC. This is an RFC connection which is triggering from SLT to what? ECC server. Mana ECC endanna. And which server are you creating this? Okay, so this is my RFC connection to ECC, right? We create that in SLT server. Now I'm just trying to create a connection new. You can give any configuration name. ODP SLT. So next. You're just specifying the information about what? Source. For SLT, what is my source? SAP application, non-SAP application. SAP with RFC. It could be database also. Then I'll say DB connection. ఇదేనా RFC SLT and మళ్ళీ multiple uses, multiple clients. Then what is my target system? It's a difference. What is my target? Is my target HANA? మామూలుగా ఇంతవరకు మన HANA చెప్పేసి పెట్టేస్తాడు బై డిఫాల్ట్ HANA. ఇన్ ద లేటెస్ట్ ప్లగ్ఇన్ యూ విల్ స్టార్ట్ సీయింగ్ ఇట్ as what టార్గెట్ కూడా RFC కూడా టార్గెట్ రెండే ఆప్షన్స్ అన్నట్టు, ఎయిదర్ HANA ఆర్ SAP. మళ్ళీ కొంతమంది there was a questioning saying can use SLT as middleware layer and push real time data to MS SQL or Oracle. లేదు, either to push it to HANA or SAP applications. Now what is the driver? RFC. Because I want to push what is my target system? BW, which is an SAP application, so RFC. Did I create any RFC connection from SLT to BW? Fail? No. చేసేది ఏం లేదు ఇక్కడ. You just say none అని పెడతారు అంతే. You just write it as none. You don't create any RFC from SLT to BW came share on it. They just say right has none, and then it says no. You want to use it for ODP replication or BW PSC replication? What does it mean? One is ODP source system, we want leverage. Then give the ODP Q alias name. And ఎక్కడ వాడతాం చెప్తాను. ఎట్లా కావాలి? BW SLT అని ఓకే. ఫర్ మన ECC ఏంటి? ECC there is a connection from ECC to SLT and say next. SPSF system install అయింది కదా. చేశాను కదా అన్న. చేసినా అని చెప్పినాడు. చేయలేదు. సో నేను what I'll do is మనకు కనెక్షన్ చూడాలి అంతే. పుషింగ్ నేను మైసెల్కి పెట్టినట్టు అదే బిడులకు అదే దానికి పెట్టినాను. అట్లా చేసినాడన్నా. ఈయన ఏ దాంట్లో గుద్దునాడో కూడా. ఇల్లు వేసినాడు. 1 second. వేసిన అని చెప్పినట్టు సిస్టమ్ యాక్సెస్ ఎవరితో ఉందా? వాసు సిస్టమ్ ఉంది చెప్పప్ప ఐపీ అడ్రస్ 9.204. Okay. User @ U capital level అట్లా ఇది క్యాపిటల్ అట్లా ఉంది @ బెస్ట్ అని ఇది ఈసీసీ సెవెన్ రన్ అవుద్ది మామూలు అదే ఏదాంట్లో చూస్తున్నా బీడబ్ల్యూలో ఉంది బీడబ్ల్యూ ఇది ఏం చేసింది బీపీసీలోనే వర్క్ అయ్యేది సో దిస్ ఇస్ ది బీడబ్ల్యూ సిస్టమ్ దీంట్లో ఆల్రెడీ కనెక్షన్ ఉంది కానీ ఆల్రెడీ కనెక్షన్ చేస్తున్నారు. Even if you see this data sources, which is enabled on the table Z sales, we can create new noises. Z sales అని దీంట్లో పెట్టినట్టు ఒక్క నిమిషం జస్ట్ ఆ సిస్టమ్ రెండు సెట్ అయితే voice. దీంట్లోనే పెట్టు. Okay, boss. Let's this is my BW along with SLT net. ECC try just and if it can't, then I cannot do it. ఓకే బస్ మై సెల్ఫ్గా చేద్దాం అండ్ ఇట్ విల్ బి సేమ్ మళ్ళీ దీనికి ఏమైనా ఉండకపోతే ఇబ్బంది. సో నాకు సోర్స్ BW target to BW, but through SLT I'm going to push it out. So let me create an RFC now. Assuming BW itself as source, I'll create an RFC towards. So from the SLT server, RFC to BW self. M001 welcome 123. So I have this RFC. Now within the SLT server, I'll create my. So once you have RFC to the source, I'll be creating the configuration now. ఇది ఉన్నదాన్ని so new configuration. New SLT to BW. So source is an RFC. Allow multiple uses. What target is going to be SAP system, so which is BW. So RFC could be none nearly, and ODP, and just give some name. EC my self SLT, some 6-digit character. This will be the alias name. I'll tell you where do we use it. Number of transfer jobs 6. I'll say next. Now the connection is created. Create configuration. Okay, close. Just say refresh. Mandindi. Myself SLT, right? So I'll go to my PW and I'll create a source system connection. Right click, create. Yes, new SLT. Same. Sorry, So I'm going to give the RFC connection towards my SLT server. Okay. See, SLT server will have configuration to source, and BW will be connected to SLT. EN001 best. Welcome 123. ఇక్కడ నీకు రావచ్చు. Look at this. ODP context. If you drop down, you should see your new alias name. What was it? My SLT. SLT. You getting connected to SLT server. SLT లో మన ODP alias name అని ఇచ్చినారు. Alias name should be so it does know which configuration it has to use. Welcome 123 ఉంటుంది. I have this new SLT connection, which is referring to my alias name is my SLT. So data source tree can just create some data source. Now we got to select the ODP object here. See here, ODP prod here would be the table bus. What are the replication you're doing from on a table, that will be the ODP prod. Small ECC BW connection lo data source ODP. HANA information will view ODP. Dintlo table, which are the table you're replicating, that will be ODP. Alt star bit కొట్టినా సరిపో. ఇది నాకు డేటా సోర్స్ చూపిస్తాను. Table. ZCells is my table. I'm just selecting this, and you will say ZDS table underscore cells, and I'll say transaction data. This is my table. Fields. Activate. I'll just create some DSO. See, to the data source, it will be pushing data in real time. From data source, I would like to push into DSO by using RDA DTP. Create transformations. SLT will be pushing real-time data to data source, and to push data from data source to your target, I'll be going with what? This is my RDA DTP. I can schedule this to demand bus. Either among the DTP, one assign దీనికేయడం ఎట్లా పోవడం లేదు. స్టార్ట్ GD must be executed in standard mode first. First, let me load that need to load. ఎందుకంటే RDA enable the first మామూలు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసి డాడీ ఎనేబుల్ అయిందో లేదు. There are 7 records and I've just loaded those 7 records to the DSO. That is like initial replication of it. Yeah? But there is a possibility, so I have those records now. The 5 or 6, 7 records. 2, 4, 5, 10, 11. Yeah? Two, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, and the same that has been in my active table of this DSO. As and when he keeps changing in the table, I'll change this to real-time DTP now and assign this to a demand. Now, it's not allowing me. Into this create demand. Okay. Unnecessarily assign detail. అక్కడి నుంచి లోడ్ కొట్టిన అన్అసైన్ నోడ్ ఇవన్నీ స్టాప్ చేస్తే Start got well assignment all I need to assign it to my demand. Is logged by user test. Now let me go to the table and add some new record. 14th, some date. INR. I should see that new record coming into my active table. 14,000. Demand ఒకసారైనా రన్ అవుతుంది. 15. So by using SLT, you can push your data straight away into BW also. So SLT will be pushing to the data source, and you will be having a RDDTP which will be taking to your target. So the latest support pack from SLT, you can push real-time data straight away into BW. ఇది concept. So you'll have an RF. ఇక్కడ కొద్దిగా change ఏమంటే when you create an SLT configuration here for connecting to BW, you will have the target is also an RFC, and if you want BW, you say none here. ఎందుకంటే while creating ODP SLT, you specify some RFC connection name there, so you don't have to specify it here. None better, you'll have alias name, and this alias name has to be linked up to my context alias of my source system. And then it's all same. You start, you create ODP data source on some table what you want, and then start getting. ఇంకా కొద్దిగా లేటెస్ట్ లో ఏమంటారు అంటే let's say now using SLT you're replicating from table like this, right? A single table. అటు కాకుండా I can also replicate from multiple tables. ఒక view, and I can create my database view and use it to create my replication of SLT also. You go to SC11 and create some view. ఇది నాకు వర్క్ అవడం లేదు, బట్ స్టిల్ క్రియేట్ వ్యూ ఉంది. Let me take this view, and I would like to do a real-time replication on view. Okay, you go to a T code called LTRS. మన పాత్ వర్షన్ లో IUUC underscore REP underscore content is for transformations. With the new DIMS for all transformations, it is LTRS. Go to LTRS. మన configuration ఏంది? New SLT to BW, and you see some, what is here? Table settings. Right click, say add table. Why table and మనం ఒకటి యాడ్ చేసి table does not exist. Do you want add a table? Yes అని ఈ స్ట్రక్చర్ టెంప్లెట్ లో మన వ్యూ పేరు ఇచ్చేయచ్చు అన్నట్టు. అప్పుడు ఆ వ్యూలో ఉన్న ఫీల్డ్స్ అన్ని కాపీ అవుతాయి. And then White table is not a direct database table. It's a template table based on my view. Adi concept. ఇప్పుడు ఇంతకుముందు జెడ్ సేల్స్ అనే టేబుల్ ఎట్లా కనపడింది, ఇప్పుడు వైట్ టేబుల్ అని కనపడాలి. వైట్ టేబుల్ విల్ బి బేస్డ్ ఆన్ డేటాబేస్ వ్యూ. ఇప్పుడు లేటెస్ట్ గా యూ కెన్ ఆల్సో బి ఏబుల్, యూ ఆల్సో హ్యావ్ ఫ్లెక్సిబుల్ రెప్లికేటింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ డేటాబేస్ వ్యూ ఆల్సో. అంటే నాకు వర్క్ కాలే, దెర్ ఈస్ అ పాసిబిలిటీ లైక్ దట్. So ODP myself or ECC is from when you want to leverage data source as ODP, and ODP HANA information views when you want to use views as ODP object, and when you want to use database tables for real-time replication, then there is ODP. I'm not able to use it. I know I have got this problem. White table చూద్దాం. White table not found. That's no problem. Even not found until view for initial load, view for replication. Not found or not released for ODP expose. Like ఇది రావడం లేదు, but there is a flexibility that you can also use data within the latest. You can also have database view. In LTRS, you create a table setting referring to the structure of view and then extract it. అట్లా కూడా చేయొచ్చు. This is ODP bus, and you can ODPW, SAP, HANA information, this is SLT connection. This is how you can use the ODP connections also. If it is an existing data source you're already using, do not shift it to ODP. If you're implementing newly, then prefer ODP. That's the concept. And ODP SLT is where you can integrate SLT system directly to BW. That's the concept. So if they say I'll use HANA because I've got real-time data through SLT, I also have flexibility of having real-time data with what? With BW also, because SLT can be integrated to BW. That's the main point of focus. Okay. Fine. Thanks, boss. Tomorrow we'll discuss enable. We have 72 tables in MS SQL database, and we need to extract those tables into ECC HANA database. Into ECS with HANA, MS SQL database will have the version 2008, and this will not support smart data access to import remotely these tables into HANA. Smart data will support only this. Okay. Do we have any other solution for this without using BODS? You can use SLT without BODS, and SLT can be used for bringing, because can SLT get data from non-SAP system also? Source could be SAP or non-SAP also. See, we also tried that. It was the SC configuration. వేరే దాంట్లో ఉంది. We also have tried the configuration చూపిలేదు కానీ బట్ BPC కాదు already it is taking the BPC now. Let's clear ठीक है నేను అనేది ఏంటంటే ఎల్టీఆర్లో ఆ పీపుల్ రేడియో పట్టింది మనకు ట్రైన్లు మాట పెట్టాను దాని గురించి ఆ ఈసీసీ పెట్టినాను అందులో రెండు ప్లేస్ వెళ్తున్నాను when I go here, can I choose my source as DB and I'll say what MS SQL and I can have my database connection here. So now MS SQL will be the source and my target will be home. Because he is explicitly saying I am not supposed to use the DB and is not able to smart data. But in smart data, did you try generic ODBs first? Have any limited pulling ODB, but from 7.2 ODP, 7.3 ODP is supported. For this point of consuming MS SQL, I want to stress on one. Rajesh, you can also think about doing this. When you go to Smart Data Access, MS SQL is standalone database without any instance. Is MS SQL with SAP database or with standalone database? It is SQL Smart Data. If I go to this rate investor, it is with MS SQL. I can go with connect. My point is, when you're referring to MS SQL database, is it a standalone or is it a backend for ECC? That's what I'm asking. If it is backend for ECC, I can use this adapter, whether it is 2008 or 2012 also can be connected. But if you say it's standalone database, then you should think about this. When you can't go with MS SQL ODBC, try going with generic ODBC and then try to connect it. You have a generic ODBC also, which can be helpful to connect to any open database connectivity. But when you do this, you'll have to install your drivers in Linux server with respect to 2008. What to connect, you'll have to install the corresponding ODBC drivers in Linux server corresponding to 2008, and then it, and if it is MS SQL, which is backend of ECC, then I'll prefer with this MS SQL ECC adapter. But you'll get this only when you're using DPI build. It's standalone. You should go with generic ODBC and then have the drivers for 328. The limitation using ODP, what is it? Limitation? I don't see more better. The focus is main thing is compressed data, so less volume of size is coming in, improves your speed in data. But SAP don't convert the existing. New build, use ODP.